But later, what did you say? You were like, you took over?
TikTok. How many hours was it gone?
3.5, yeah.
Arlan, you know you're mentioned in the book?
Where am I mentioned? Now it's getting juicy.
Tell us what this sash is and why I do not have one as well.
We should get you one.
My heart lies in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
So we're gonna put our hands together for the Arlan Hamilton.
Everyone. Hi, this is so fun. We have a talk show. Look at this. Arlan's All Access. Who is in Arlan's All Access? Yes. And so this is our second episode. I can't believe it. Who knows who this young lady is? Yes, no introduction needed. What we're going for here is, who remembers Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon? Anybody? Yes, that's what we're going for. Now, you didn't want to be Ed McMahon, right? Tell me why. Why didn't you want to be Ed McMahon?
He was his lackey. He was his straight man. He was the one that got the jokes, the ball.
He was the butt of the jokes.
Yeah, he was the butt of the
jokes.
So
who are we comparing you to then? Anybody, or are you incomparable?
We're going to make you Gracie, and I'm going to be George Burns. Some of us will relate to that, and so it's not a good thing for you.
I know who George Burns is, but is Gracie a good thing? Is that a good thing? I don't think so. They're letting me know. Okay. So I don't know the trending topics, but let's think about it. Somebody yell out a trending topic or some topic that you want me to talk about. DEI. Okay. Ooh. So diversity, equity, and inclusion. Which one of those words is the bad word? Right? That's my take on it. Which one is the bad word in that equation? We don't want to be inclusive because somehow that's racist. We're going to be going through a lot the next few months, years. What I think is sad is the insecurity that we have to suffer or live through other people's insecurity. Like the way that Donald Trump's father treated him is now affecting our lives. Does that make any sense? Yes. Why? And it's like, somebody said online, you know how you always see these quotes and stuff, but somebody said, we are suffering because someone decided not to go to therapy. So, pet peeve of all pet peeves is when someone says woke as if it's this bad thing. Even casually, there are some people who use woke in a negative connotation who you would think are allies, who you think would be on the side of reason. And they're throwing this word around as if there's something wrong with being literally awake. It just means to be aware. So we have people's fears and insecurities taking away rights and opportunity for so many people, unceremoniously and unfairly. And I think of when James Baldwin talks about the docile Negro, right? We can only be polite about this for so long. And there's different ways that I'm dealing with it. I say that your success is part of your activism. So when these things are happening, what they want, the bad guys, what they want is for us to be scared, to be diminished, to feel small, to feel isolated, and to feel invisible. So that's why we have to get loud. Woo! And we have to do it in our own way. Not everybody. When I was talking to my new friend Joy Reid from television's MSNBC, I said not everybody has to join the same app or do the same thing in their activism, right? Some of us are going to be quieter. Some of us are going to handle things in a different way. But I think that together, we make the loudest noise. So if you can, think about how not to isolate yourself. Community here. I saw y'all, I was in the back room here, I saw people talking to each other, mingling. Y'all want to network today. Network here, network in the comments on YouTube. Network. Build your powerful network, okay? Because we have to do this together. And that is why also the next 2 to 4 years, community and yes, memberships will be so important. So when you're thinking about memberships, just kind of move into that for a second with Arlan's All Access. When you think about memberships, when you're creating, because we're all creating kind of free memberships and fun memberships, replace the word membership with community when you're thinking about it, so that it doesn't have to be, oh, I got 10,000 people in my membership, and that's what, it's, can I get some people together and be a safe place for them to land, whatever the topic is. Painters, writers, business folk, people over a certain age, people at a certain age, all of that, can I be that? Okay, TikTok, how many hours was it gone? It was like three hours, it was gone? 3.5, yeah. But, you know, there are a lot of people who that was their livelihood, or TikTok is their absolute livelihood. Like if YouTube went away, I would be very sad. But I wouldn't be broken. And the reason I wouldn't be broken is because we cannot put all eggs in one basket. Okay, so this is a wake-up call. If you're on one platform, if you're counting on one platform for traffic, you have to move into at least one other. Doesn't mean you have to post 50 times a day, doesn't mean that, but don't count on any one of the Musks, Zuckerbergs, or, you know, Wile E. Coyote. Don't count on any of these people, right? Because any of these entities can go away. Now, having said that, I do think of all of them, YouTube is the one that's going to stick around the longest or be the most stable. I think that. And it's also the place where I have such a great time getting my message out. How many people here watch me on YouTube? Okay, how many people here, thank you, how many people here found me on YouTube? Or is there anybody here? 0 people found me on YouTube in this group. You found me on Facebook, that's a whole different story. That's all. So nobody, that's so interesting because I have, the last 6 months, I have, any room I've walked into, half the room is that they found me on YouTube. People come up to me randomly and tell me that is so interesting. We'd have to think about why that's the case. But the point is, I am getting my message out. The past few days, I got 12,500 new subscribers. Yes! And we recently reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, the reason that's exciting is because YouTube, they care about 1,000 subscribers. That's a kind of a milestone. So who's close to 1,000 or beyond 1,000? Anybody here? Yes. Who wants to do that? Who wants to be? Okay. Then they care about 100,000. And about 1% of their creators have reached 100,000. So there's more than 50 million YouTube accounts, and about 500,000 to 600,000 have reached 100,000. And then they care about 1 million, and then they keep going. But that's the milestone. So that's what it's like, kind of this big milestone. And then how, you know, it can take years to reach 1 million. So it's like this one you wanna. I think I bought myself flowers, but I'm probably gonna get some balloons too. You know? Yes. So Again, I would be very upset if it went away, but I would not be broken because we have to have these different pockets. We have to do what? What did I teach you in All Access? I hope you learned this. We have to be collecting our emails. We have to have this quote unquote owned list. Again, if Gmail goes down, you know, but we have these spreadsheets and we have these different things because if, in my book, It's About Damn Time, we still have that there. It's About Damn Time. I talked about how I used to have like 50,000 people who looked at my blog. I'd have all these people on MySpace and all of that, and I can't reach any of them today. And I have very few regrets in my life, but I regret not having that access to those names. Now, thankfully, every once in a while, somebody will reach out and they'll say, 12 years ago, I was in college, and you helped me come out to my family. Something to that effect, right? So thankfully, some people find me, but you don't want to look back a few years from now and regret that. So I would do that as well. What's one more trending topic? Menopause, okay. So I'm 44, and I found out that I am postmenopausal. I found out that I didn't find out, I knew something was going on starting at 35. I knew something was up, and we couldn't figure anything out because nothing made sense. And it took until maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half, where I did this very, very extensive scanning. And that's when they found they couldn't see my ovaries. So we got labs for the first time in 3 years, comes back postmenopausal. And so, all the times, all the hot flashes that I said, well, it can't be hot flashes. Mother has talked about hot flashes most of my life, but because I'm 39 it can't be hot flashes. Those were hot flashes, right? All of the emotional ups and downs. I mean, if you're a woman, when are we not? What age do we get to not have that issue? Never. It's out the womb and it's to the tomb. Hey. Okay, I don't know why I'm excited about that. So what I love are people like Maria Bello, people like Tracy Ellis Ross, people who are talking about it with their full chest. This is not something that we should be embarrassed by, hiding. And a lot of people are suffering in silence. And there's something they think is really wrong. This is the thing, they think it's really wrong, and it actually is something that most of us are going through in some way or another. So it's something that I'm very interested in. Type in the word on YouTube, get more information, and there's a lot of people who are building some beautiful, beautiful things about it here. Okay, cool, thank y'all, that's great. Let's give it up for my brother. Yes. So remember, Mother will be judging you at all. She'll be judging every single person who sits here, by the way. Okay. So you just reached how many subscribers on YouTube?
I have 1.4 million subscribers on YouTube.
1.4 million subscribers. It's called Real Life Street Stars. If you've seen the blue couch and the light wall.
Yep.
Yeah. And you started it how long ago, the video version?
I want to say about 10 years ago.
10 years.
Yeah.
And you started with your childhood friends.
Childhood friends.
I used to yell at. I still yell at them, don't I? I literally do. Because remember when you did Live Nation?
Yeah.
Y'all did they were on it was Lil Wayne's festival in Dallas. Mm-hmm. They did a live version, and I came in to support, and I ended up just telling everybody what to do.
Running everybody.
I was running everybody, and I didn't know it. But later, what did you say? You were like,
you took over.
But you're my little brother, so you'll always be. And you've given me nieces and nephews that I adore, and I love all of them have their own character too. They're all little characters themselves. We'll get them on the show at some point.
Right.
How did you reach 1.4 million? What do you think that secret was?
Staying consistent.
Okay, and people say that, right? They say stay consistent. What does that mean to you?
Like I say, Real Life Street Stars has stayed consistent for 10 years. So
Yeah.
we never missed a day without posting, I want to say.
Never missed a day in 10 years without posting. Because there's more of trending,
Right.
news, scandal, all of that.
Yeah.
So what allowed you to do that? What gave you the momentum to do that even when the views were lower?
Having a team.
Okay.
So
Team
yeah,
meaning
so
what?
there's a quote, if you want to go far, go with a team. If you want to go fast, go by yourself.
And what's your position? What is your role?
I would say I'm the quarterback.
You're the quarterback.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? Because you book a lot of the interviews.
Right.
And what do you do in your business?
I know how to do it all. So I can do the camera, I can interview, I can edit, I can do everything.
If you've seen any of my vlogs in the last 2 years, he filmed them and edited them, and did it within hours. Yeah, right. On the road. We do them on the airplane. What advice can you give to someone if they're not seeing momentum on YouTube?
It's a numbers game.
Okay.
So if you don't see it, that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. I would just continue to keep going, right?
Yeah.
So, and I would take advantage of all the platforms that you can, which, Snapchat, everything, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and keep posting, because you never know where you're gonna go viral from.
And I mean, you do you have interview after interview after interview. You're not on camera most of the time.
No.
But I don't want anybody to think you're saying this from some position of what you wouldn't do yourself, because you started a new channel
Right,
from scratch.
right,
And you're posting day after day after day on that channel.
right.
And you might get 5 views on this one and 12 views on
Right.
that. But you know, if I
That is
keep,
eventually,
if I take my own advice,
I call it the YouTube gods.
YouTube gods, yeah.
That's what I say. So the YouTube gods are gonna eventually come around and lift you up.
Yeah.
Now it depends on what you posted.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna get a chance. So that's why it's important to make sure that your quality is very good when you get that chance.
So have that archive as well.
Yes.
Right? Because what happens when one video takes off?
Then they go look at the other videos and see if they're any good.
They get lifted, for sure.
Right.
I've seen that happen on my channel all the time, so it's very much. How many people here have a YouTube channel? Yes, that's awesome, that's awesome, that's awesome. How many people here have reached 1,000 subscribers on that YouTube channel? Okay, so we're gonna get everybody to 1,000. That's the goal, because if you get to 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours, you get to start monetizing on YouTube. So when you post, you're getting paid to do it, and it's also just fun, right? And you have more people who see your message. Thank you so much, Rook. I appreciate you.
it?
That's it.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, before we do that, Mom, will you please recite Shakespeare? Please. Okay, let's give her a try. Let's give her some support. And action.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft deterred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus have told you Caesar was ambitious. If it be so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously have Caesar answered it. Here unto leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men. Come I to speak at Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here am I to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment, thou hast turned to Brutus' beast, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart lies in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
You want to do a third one? Okay, I think we stop there. Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Ooh. Now, I've always said my mom is very dramatic. But that's talent, right? That's talent. I think we need to see you. We need to see you in a movie.
No, we
need to
don't.
see you in
No,
a,
we
we do. We need to see you have a scene in a movie. Okay, can we have our contestants come up? Okay, everybody. All right, so what's the name of your team?
We are the
Beauty Queens!
Wow. This team?
We are the Billionaires!
The Beauty Queens versus the Billionaires. Let's see what happens. What is the term for the legal protection that prevents others from using an invention without permission? Yes! What? Which famous entrepreneur started his first business at age 12 selling newspaper subscriptions and went on to own over 60 companies, including Virgin Airlines. What was the answer?
Richard Branson.
That is correct. Which professional sports league generates the highest annual revenue, surpassing $18 billion in 2024? Yes, billionaires.
NFL.
That is correct. For the winning score, perhaps, or to tie up the game. Which 2023 concert tour became the highest grossing tour of all time? Team Beauty Queens.
Taylor Swift Eras Tour.
That is correct. We're tied. What major music streaming service revolutionized the industry by introducing a freemium model and artist royalties based on streams? Billionaires. Spotify. That is correct. You win. What sportswear company was founded by Adolf Addy Dassler in 1940? Adidas. That is correct. What is the highest grossing film of all time as of 2025? Kathy.
The Godfather?
That is incorrect, Kathy. Good try, though. Yes.
Avatar?
That is correct. Which is my signature mantra to myself in the mirror, and also a toy company known for its interlocking plastic bricks, expanding into movies, video games, and theme parks. Yes,
Lego.
that is correct. You all were once friends. Fast friends. Did you know each other before this? Did you know each other before this? So you were friends for about 47 seconds. Now you must brawl to the death. What's on the line? Well, brought to you by arlansallaccess.com. It's $1,000. Here we go. The first to get 3 winning answers is our champion for episode 2. What does B2B stand for? Yes.
Business to business.
That is correct. What does CAC or CAC stand for? Referring to the cost of something.
Customer acquisition cost?
Yes! Which fast fashion brand, founded in Spain in 1974, is known for its rapid production cycles and trend?
Zara?
Correct. For either the winning point or to tie things up. I don't want you to be nervous.
Stressing me out.
Don't be nervous. But this is for $1,000.
I know.
Which former wrestler turned Hollywood actor?
The Rock.
Correct. So the remainder of the question was, launched the tequila brand, Terramana, and built it into a major success. Okay, for the tiebreaker, what is the legal agreement that protects confidential business information from being shared?
Non-disclosure agreement.
Did you just win?
You just won! I never won anything. This is history.
Okay, so please introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Hi, everyone. My name is Tiffany Yu, and I'm a disability advocate. I call that the umbrella term, but I just came out with a book called The Anti-Ableist Manifesto.
Do you have the book with you?
I do.
Please, somebody grab the book. Yeah.
Arlan, you know you're mentioned in the book?
No, I haven't looked at it to know that I'm. Tell me where I'm
Oh.
mentioned. Where am I mentioned? Now it's getting juicy. Where am I mentioned?
There's a book called Use Your Privilege.
There's a chapter there?
There's a chapter called Use Your Privilege, and as I was reading, it's about damn time. You talk about the
think
difference
I-
between privilege and entitlement. You know,
That's so cool. Thank you. So, how long
course.
did it take you to write this book, and what is it about?
So the book in total took 3.5 years from the initial someone reaching out to me saying, hey, do you want to write a book, to it coming out in the world. And essentially the book is the response to the question I get over and over and over again, which is how can I show up better for the disability community? And this year, 2025, marks 35 years since the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act. So in some ways, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have to answer this question because we have a law in place. But what I actually think needs to catch up to the policy and the law is attitudes and perceptions around the disability community. And would it be helpful if I shared why I care so much about this?
Yes, please do.
So I care so much about the disability community because at the age of 9, I was in a car accident where my dad, unfortunately, was driving and passed away. And I acquired a handful of injuries, including permanently paralyzing one of my arms. I was a temporary wheelchair user for about 4 months, and then much later being diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. And for the 10 years after I became disabled, there was just so much shame and stigma around, now I call it that aspect of my identity, but around this diagnosis and living in this body. And I actually have found that what is so liberating, and maybe this is inspired by you, is like the greatest gift is just being yourself.
Yeah. Yes.
The book came out in October of 2024. I did 35 events. The fun news is that the book is actually coming out in paperback in the UK in March. So I'm going to be heading to the UK. And I actually haven't been back to, oh, thank you, yes, clap.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
there's a lot that's going on in the world right now. So, you know, with a book that has manifesto really large on the title and anti-ableist, I'm excited to go to another country and sprinkle the news there. But yeah, it's been amazing, and I'm so grateful. You have a copy. I gave LeVar Burton a copy last year. That was really fun.
I love that. How can people pick that up? Do you do the audio as well?
Yes, I narrated the audiobook.
That's good.
Oh, you narrated yours too.
I did, yeah, because look, I have them on my shelf, but I really love to listen to them, especially if you're like commuting or doing stuff around. It's so helpful, and then in the artist's voice is the best. So if you're on your way home, if you live in LA, it's gonna take you 45 minutes to get home anyway. Grab that. If you're flying somewhere, any of that, grab this book at home. Our YouTube audience, let us know in the comments if you're excited for Tiffany and what she's doing, if you want to see more books and authors like this out in the world. Thank you so much for being part of
Thank
this.
you.
We met you last episode because my mother saw you in the crowd.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Yes. Tell us what this sash is and why I do not have one as well.
We should get you one.
Okay.
So again, my name is Oya Ehikamen, and I am the current reigning Miss Diaspora Nigeria USA. So that means that I help bridge the gap between Nigerians in Nigeria and Nigerians in the diaspora.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Before this, I had never competed in a pageant before.
Oh.
Yeah, but I thought, let's try something different. I also wanted to develop more of my cultural identity because I'm first generation Nigerian American.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought this would be a great opportunity to do that, and it was.
So tell me the process briefly. What do? You sign up for it, or does someone have to nominate you? How does that work?
So I signed up for it. There was an application process.
Okay.
Asking about why you wanted to be Miss Diaspora Nigeria USA and also your platform. So my platform is to empower African youth through the performing arts. When I was younger, I think this is a very similar story between like immigrant children, is that your parents probably want you to do something more practical.
Yeah.
But from 13, I knew I wanted to act. My parents said, no, you're a doctor. And so they were not going to financially back me in that stance. But when I became old enough, I decided to do it for myself. And so I wanted to create an opportunity for African youth to do that, from a young age. But yeah, so it was competing against a bunch of other brilliant young women and being able to showcase your talent and also your pride for Nigeria.
Did you have a specific talent? Like, what did you do?
So my talent was a monologue that I wrote, and it was about being Nigerian, being American, and also coming to terms with my identity through my name. My name, Oyamen, means I like this.
Okay.
So in my language.
How long is this monologue?
It's about 3 minutes.
Do you remember it? Do you remember the first part of it?
I do. And it was something special because my parents were in the audience, and so it kind of had something to do with them being there. But I can do a little. Do
you want to do a little bit?
I can remember a little bit of it. Okay, it's been some time. Hi, parents. Hi, everyone. Hi. My parents named me Oyamen, which in my language, Ishan means I like this. So if you were wondering what that weird sense of gravitational pull and liking was to me, I'm glad I was able to clear that for you. You're welcome. Thanks, parents. At some points, I felt like it was a curse. I mean, when people first hear it, they're like, oh, yeah, man, I like this. Oh, so cool. But then you get the isi memes of the world and the osagares, the ones with a real meaning. Isi meme, the foreign land is good to me. Osage, God's plan. And then my I like this name starts to sound a little bit more like, I like this? Okay. And why did it have to be like? Couldn't they have named me I love this? Am I right? Oh, no. Those are my parents right over there. You can look at them and you can wave them too. Thanks, parents.
Yeah.
So thank you. So it goes on a journey of me coming to terms with my name, and at the end, I realized that actually there's power in my name.
Yes.
And there's power in being liked.
Yes. Yes. Cool. And you said your parents weren't too keen on you being an actor.
Yeah.
After you win this.
Yeah.
What is their opinion of that?
Oh, so I actually went to school for it. I got my master's in fine arts and acting from UCLA.
Yeah.
My parents definitely turned around years ago when they realized she's actually serious. I mean, parents just want you to be the best version of yourself, and they want you to be able to succeed. And so.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Let's give it up. Thank you.
My name is Kathy B., and I'm a professional entertainer, singer, songwriter, musical playwright. However, I am also in Arlan's All Access, and I love it. I love it. My question for you, Arlan, is I have an audience in other places like social media. How is there an easier way that I can get them to come over to my school? I have a school class there too.
What do you do now? Do you post on those social medias about it or about anything in that direction?
Yes, but I'm not getting the people to
Are
migrate.
you saying, one of the two, are you saying, come to my membership and ... Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So try the Ted Carr way. Remember we talked to Ted Carr when I was in Vegas, and I posted a little video of him. It was a very quick video. And he said that what works for him is, don't call it a membership. Just say, I'm doing this thing over, you have a lead magnet. There is a PDF. There is a list for you. We're having this call at this time. And give them the link to the membership where they have to sign up to join the membership, because it's a free membership.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. So it's because a lot of people won't know that they want to be in your membership, even if it's free. They won't know it, but they'll know, oh, that's where I'm getting the goodies. That's where I'm getting the free goodie, right? That's what I would do, is your videos can be excited about something, like your next live session or your next co-working session, or, I'm gonna talk about my life story, or whatever it is. Send them in that direction and see how that does when you try it. And also, there may be some platforms that work better than others. We all need to find our one or two platforms that work best for us. Right?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the question.
Aloha, Arlan. Thank you so much for this.
Yes.
I was wondering, how would you scale a nonprofit not utilizing traditional philanthropy?
Not utilizing traditional philanthropy. Do you want to speak a little bit about your nonprofit?
Sure, I have a
I know about it, so I want to make sure people know about it. Go
Thank you
ahead.
so much. We
Yes.
have a mental health clinic for LGBT youth in Hawaii called Spill the Tea Cafe. And we blend mental health services with a cafe setting to try to destigmatize and fight the suicide crisis in Hawaii.
I would say one thing is what you're trying to do, what you are doing, and I love what you're doing because you're saving lives. What you're wanting to do and what you are accomplishing goes beyond one place in Hawaii, right? It's global. And there are people who need you globally. So I'm going to say the M word again. I think a membership would be a really good idea. And instead of it just being a membership, I wouldn't even say a free one. I would say in your case, it's paid, but you say any contributions to this membership, which you get to have behind the scenes, look at what we're doing. I even tell you how to build your own in your location, that type of thing, have pop-ups or have a community center. Anything that you do contributes to the work we're doing. And so what I would do is on school, I would have a monthly and a yearly. The monthly, and this is different than what I would say normally. The monthly for your nonprofit, let's say it's $20 a month or $10 a month. The yearly is $1,000. It's not a discount because what the yearly is anybody who does yearly gets their name on a plaque, gets something named after them, has this other access, no matter where you are in the world. I would pay that. I would say, I want to be a yearly contributor. I want to be a benefactor to this nonprofit that I may never step foot in. And not just charging me $100 or $200. I want, we have 100 of these, or 300 spaces, or 50 spaces for the 1,000, or unlimited. And then the rest are for people who just want to support. And then maybe once a month, you just go live from the location. And you say, your money is doing this. Your money is making this happen.
Do we have to bring certain value in the classroom? If people are going into school, what kind of things am I supposed to provide for the
I think
members?
you have a couple of options. Like what I said before is you could have some templates or just a guide, a blueprint to how you built yours.
Like show the building.
Yeah, because some people are going to be like, I want to do what you're doing, but I want to do it on a smaller scale where I am, where I start. How do I do that? And you could say, have a pop-up at a coffee shop, and this is what I would do, or this is what I did when I started. That's one option, and I think that would be perfect. The other option is you don't really think about what can I put in the classroom, and it's more your platform for taking donations.
Okay.
And like I said, you could do like a live every month where the value is I get to see where my dollar goes, and I get to see the replay if I don't make the live. But you're going around and you're showing this is the building, this is
kind of like live selling.
Yeah, and it's
in
just like you're not even selling, you're just thanking.
Yes.
You're thanking your donors from afar.
I love it. Very innovative, brilliant.
Yeah.
What I came here for. Thank you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you.
Hi, Arlan. Thank you so much.
Hi.
We watch you on YouTube, and by we, I say me as a co-founder and my business partner, Sandy. We watch your YouTube channel, and we learn a lot about, how you present and everything. One of the things that we notice is you share with how do you make $2,000 in a weekend, and you break it down by offering, consultations. We're in the women group travel service. So what we do is we offer opportunities for individuals to go travel. How would you, or what would you suggest to us to be able to do something like consultations in the travel world that we would be able to do along the same format that you have?
Yeah, so let me back up a little bit and say that when I say consultations for that, $2,000 sale on the phone, I'm using it as if you don't have anything else. Because most people say, I don't know what to sell. Sell consultations, help somebody do something. Because when I was poor, I was doing that, and I, made ends meet, right? So for you, what you could do is not have to stretch into consultation if that's not what you normally do. It's just that high ticket offer that you have for the group sales. That's what you're selling into that. So you see what I'm saying? Like get on calls with people, take them through that journey that I talk about in those videos, and then it's to sell that. Now you could. There's always like multiple ways to do something. So you could add an offer, which is maybe you've talked to a lot of people, you've had a lot of customers, and there's one thing that keeps coming up that has nothing to do with booking them on this trip. What keeps coming up that they're like, can you do this for me? Can you book the something, right? I don't know, but can you do something for us? And you're like, oh, we don't offer that, but we'll talk about this. Maybe it's time to say, we keep hearing that.
Definitely.
It could be a side offer.
Definitely. What comes up a lot is how to prepare for travel, global travel. So
Yes.
passports, all of that stuff.
Yes. So you're already selling the group
Yes.
thing. Now you have this other offer. You test it for a while. We will get you sorted.
Oh, I love it.
Family trip, girls trip,
Yeah.
we'll get you sorted, and we know how to do it. Take that off your plate.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then it lends itself to the rest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jelani Brown. One of the things that the Women's Wellness School does is we host breastfeeding circles for young moms between the age of 18 and 26. Which one of your many beautiful YouTube videos would you should suggest to them? Because often in the circles, one of the things that comes up is them not having enough money. So which one of those, while I have them captive,
Yeah.
should I show to them to inspire them?
While they're doing that?
Yeah, because we talk about things
Yeah,
in circle.
so 80% of my YouTube audience does not make more than $5,000 a month. So I'm always speaking to the beginner. I created a playlist on my main channel. So if you go to arlansfirstmillion.com, that takes you to my YouTube channel homepage, and you scroll down a little bit that says for beginners. And that's that, how to make $100 tomorrow, that very early stage. So I put that playlist on for them and have them choose.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for asking. I'm going to do one more question.
Hi, my name is Sasha.
Hey.
I'm an esthetician and makeup artist, and I wonder what would you suggest marketing yourself in an oversaturated beauty market? I'm over 40, and I'm a baby beginner content creator, and I don't know where to begin.
A couple of things come to mind really fast. One is, people do this all the time, so I'm not making something new up. Apply your makeup as you're talking about another topic. Because then you set yourself apart I'm not just talking about this makeup. So start bare as you're talking about this way different topic that is something that you can do all the time. Or maybe a series of topics, but it has one umbrella name of what this is going to be about, current events, or it's going to be about being over 40, or it's going to be this and that. And then apply your makeup. And as you're applying it, have on the screen, it pops up, this is from this person, this is from this. And in your description, have links to every affiliate link you can think of for what you've done there. Right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. And then I think that's a really good place to start. That's where I would start if I were just starting. Everyone's doing makeup, and a lot of people do this. So again, it's not anything new, but what makes it interesting is like when you take one thing and do it really well, it's all good. If you do two things really well, it's amazing. And if you do three things really well, you're unstoppable.
Okay.
So it's about the stacking of skill and interests and the convergence, where then you're also able to niche down. Because your topic you're talking about, I may not also want to watch you put your makeup on. But if you find the person who wants to watch you put your makeup on while you talk about this topic, you're going to find like some very loyal viewers who keep coming back. And make it about not how many views you get. If you get 5 views on your next YouTube video, just on that video say, please let me know in the comments who you are. I want to know who you are, because it's about the depth of that. It's about every day, how do I turn that into someone who's a customer of mine because they trust me? And part of it is when you're sleeping, they're watching your video. So they're adding that trust on their own.
Got it.
Yes, thank you. Yes.